Hello, in this video I will focus on calculations of time value using Excel. The first thing that I will do is the future value, and in this example I have the future value of $100 at 5% for 3 years. So what I will do is I will place my cursor in any cell. I will start with an equal sign, and then I will use the FV function, and that will bring up the FV function for me. And then hopefully you could see that it says rate, number of periods, or NPER, payment, present value is in parentheses, and type. So for the rate, I'm going to insert the 5% or 0.05, and the number of years or number of periods is 3, and then there is no payment in this case, so I will leave that blank. I could either leave that blank or enter a 0 in there. The present value is $100, and in Excel we always enter that as a negative number. And the type is, we could leave that blank because that is indicator whether the payments are done at the beginning of the year or at the end of the year. So for the time being, we are going to leave that as blank, and then we will enter or hit return key, and that's going to calculate the value, the future value for us automatically, which is $115.76. I will do the same thing for the present value. I'm going to calculate the present value of $250 at 4% for 5 years. Again, I will place my cursor in a cell. I will start with an equal sign, and I will enter the present value function. That will bring up the function present value. And then again, I will plug in the values as they are presented to us. The interest rate is 4%. Number of years is 5. There is no payment, so I will either skip that or enter a 0. And then the future value in this case is 250. And that will be the only values entered. As you can see, I'm not entering the future value as a negative, but I'm entering that as a positive, and then the value is returned to me as a negative value. But that should not alarm you, as this is how Excel is created. You could place a negative sign before the present value function to get rid of that negative sign, and then that will calculate the present value as $205.48 for you. You could do similar calculations by using the rate function. That will give you the value of the rate. As you can see, when you type rate, it brings up the rate function. Again, you have the number of periods, payment, present value, future value, and then once you plug in those values, you can calculate the rate if the rate is not given to you. And for the annuities, you will use the payment function, and that will be the PMT. And again, you will start with an equal sign, and then you will enter the PMT. That will bring up the payment function in Excel. And what you will do is you will plug in rate, number of periods, present value, and future value, and then it will calculate the payment. So for example, for this, it could be that car payment example, and you could be calculating the monthly payments. What you have to be careful in here is that if the rate is given to you as an annual rate, so for example, if it is 3%, then what you need to do is you need to convert that to a monthly rate by dividing that with 12 by 12, and the number of periods is, let's say you are going to finance this car by for 4 years, 4 times 12, because there are 12 months in each year, and we assume that you are going to buy this car for $20,000. There is no future value. So when we enter, that should give you the monthly payments for you in the form of $442.69. So for now, let's end this in here. And if you have specific questions about how to use Excel, please email me or call me. Talk to you soon.